Hi everyone. I wanted to go through and give a quick update of things that are getting ready to change and other things you can do in the CAM tool. So this is for those of you who already know how to go into GCAT, get data, and use it in the CAM tool. And these are just a couple quick updates that I would like to highlight to show you what some other options you can do as we get ready to phase out the legacy crash data. So, and that's something else to note. In the next few months or so, and definitely by next year, Derek and I are trying to phase out the legacy crash data. So all of these colorful tabs that you see in the bottom right-hand corner of the CAM tool, consisting of crash data, data analysis, graphical analysis, the histograms, at least will be going away and be phased into our new crash data, all these orange boxes to your left. The collision diagram, I'm not certain about at this moment, but we'll just keep that in mind that's probably staying around, at least for now. So first thing I would like to address is the histograms. So when you click on the histogram tab, this is what you see, or this is what you're used to seeing. And I just have a sample data set up along US 40 that I've used in previous GCAT webinars. So this is what you're used to seeing. You can pull these out. They're copy and pastable into a Word document or a PDF. These are at least changing, if not going away completely. I think we're just going to try to upgrade them. So I'm going to show you a different way if something happens before we get to upgrade them and they are removed before we get to insert them back in. And this is also just a new way to look at histograms in general, and it's called 3D histograms. So I'm going to show you how to access this currently, and this is something that you can do with any of the CAM tools and really any data set that you have in any Excel tool. So it's something that's really, really neat and can be very, very useful. So the first thing you're going to need to do is you're going to have to click on the top header. In this case, it's in row A20. I'm going to Control Shift down to highlight that entire column, and then Control Shift over to the left to highlight the entire data set, including column headers. Okay, so I'm going to go up here to the top and click from Insert, the 3D Map tool. And every Excel sheet should be equipped with this as long as you have this toolbar installed. And once we click the 3D Map tool, we're going to hit New Tour. And it has already selected all the data that we selected. And you can see this little blue dot here in the middle of the Central Ohio, which is where US 40 runs, and where I've selected. And you zoom in and you can see all these little blue dots. Now these blue dots are associated just with locations right now because that's all we have selected, which is ODOT latitude. If I scroll up here, you can see that we have different types of data charts and graphs. So the first one is a column chart, a cluster column, bubbles, a heat map, and you can do a region visualization. Visualization. The two that we're going to be focusing on today are going to be the stacked column and the heat map. So the first thing I'm going to click on is the heat map to show you what happens. So basically it's showing us where the crashes are that we have along the roadway. And it's showing you where the most crashes occur. You can select crash type. The two most common things we'll be looking at that will be most useful here will be crash type and severity. So you can take crash type and drag it over to the value field, and it's going to show you, it's going to count the different types of crashes here. And then we'll do the same thing with severity related, and it's going to show you where the most severe injuries. So that's where the most crashes are occurring. And I have to hit the X button here. Take severity, drag it back over to the field, and it's going to show you where the most severe crashes are occurring. The other chart that I'm going to show you is this bar chart. And we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to drag severity over to category. And it's showing me, if I zoom out a little bit, it's showing me the different colors of injury possible, minor injury suspected, or PDO and no injury. So this specific data set does not have any serious or fatal injuries, but it's showing me, based on colors, how many are there. And if you hover over them, it tells you exactly how many there are. And if we scroll all the way back up to crash type, and drag it over to category, it's going to do something very, very similar. And it's going to show you exactly where on the map these different types of crashes are occurring along your data set. So it's kind of a neat visualization and something to kind of add to your repertoire of histograms and something kind of neat to play around with while we have are getting the newer histograms up to date and are under development. Something that's also neat about this is as soon as you exit out of this, so okay, we're done here. You don't have to click save or anything. As soon as you exit out of it, and as long as this full data set is still selected, you can go up here to 3D map. And instead of clicking on the main box, if you click this little down arrow and open 3D maps, it brings up the quote unquote tours that we have done. So this one has the heat map and this one has the bar charts. And if I just want to say, okay, I'm not done in this bar chart one, I need to go back and look at it again. Maybe, oh, oops, I forgot to rename it. You can always click right here and highlight the name of it and rename it. And I just clicked off of it. I'm going to say, okay, now I'm done. And I hit the exit button. But if I want to go back into it, all I have to do is go back up to 3D maps. And look, the name has changed to bar graph crash. So it's just kind of a neat little extra feature that this has and that most Excel tools should have and that we wanted you to be aware of. The next thing I wanted to go over is something that we've heard a lot of people want to be kept. So like I said, these will be going away in the future. But this data analysis page, we have heard from many people that they really like this printable layout, that it's easy to look at, that it's easy to print, and they don't really want this going away because the current state in which it's in is this crash analysis page. Which we have all of the exact same data in here. It is a bit more colorful and updated, but it's not as printer friendly. So what we are looking to do, oops, wrong button. What we are looking to do in the future is to make sure that we have that same data in a printable, friendly, downloadable option that will be look like this in PDF version. And you'll be able to change the titles up here and everything else like you would have been able to do in the summary sheet. So those are just a couple quick updates that I wanted to make you all aware of. Some of the upcoming changes that are going to be happening within the next year. And if you have any questions, comments. So thank you for your time. If you have any questions, give me a call, caroline.griffith@dot.ohio.gov, 614-644-8336. Thank you.